How are you doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all healthy, because you know what? Today I've got another good topic. My name is AnitadeSouza. I am a chartered management accountant and a finance and wealth coach. So my passion and what I do is help entrepreneurs and individuals to get on top of their finances, to get out of debt and to build wealth, and ultimately to live the life of their dreams. So today we are talking about health and wealth. Wealth is not just about money and finances. Wealth has a lot more meanings. So, you know, wealth is about health, it's about family. Wealth is very unique to the individual, but I think when it comes to your health, it's a very big part of your wealth. So if you're interested in this subject, keep watching. Health and wealth. It's all about what you eat, you know, will help you to achieve more. So eat healthy, then you have more energy and you achieve more, basically. That's the idea. Before I talk about this subject, I want to mention a few things. So first thing is, I have got a Facebook savings group, okay? It's a group which was created for people who want to learn how to save, who want to save, you know, a lot more than they're saving, and who want to save in an easier way. Currently we are doing the 52-week challenge, and it's an amazing challenge because anybody can do it. So if you guys want to get involved, go to Facebook, type in Saving Money Made Easy, and you know, answer the questions, and that should be it. The next thing is, let me know where in the world you are watching from. I know I have people watching from all over the world, which is amazing. So just put a comment in the box below and let me know where you're watching from. If you liked my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, which is of course a like, you know, subscribe to my channel, share my video, and you know, look out for more content. Okay, so let's get into it. So today I'm going to start with a quote, and the quote says, when you have health, you have many wishes, but when you don't have health, you only have one wish. Do you get it, guys? Basically, all it's saying is that health is super important. When we are ill, all we can think about is being ill and getting better. And so we have to look after our health whilst we've got it. We have to make sure we maintain our health. And you know, one of the ways to do that is by eating well. And now, like, I have a sweet tooth, guys. I love my cakes, my chocolates, my sweets. I love all the sweet things, okay? And I know those things are not good for me, so I try and eat them in moderation. But after my birthday, which was in April, I did a 14-day sugar detox. And it went really well, actually, because I was able to find a lot of substitutes for the things that I eat. And it's a lot of natural substitutes with natural sugars, okay? And so last week was my first week after completing the challenge, and I noticed a difference in myself. Like, this challenge has literally changed me, because now I think twice about what I'm going to put in my mouth. I question the sugar in certain foods, and I'm not so quick to grab the chocolate, because I know that if I have one, I'm probably going to want another. So what has happened is that it has changed my mindset around the sugar in foods, and you know, wanting to look after myself and do better by, you know, eating less sugar. Now, there are a few things that I follow, a few tips that I follow to kind of help me to stop eating sugar, number one. And then number two, just to maintain a healthy body, you know. And these are things that I've been doing for a very long time, which has really benefited me, because as you know, as I said before, I have a sweet tooth. So I do, you know, I do indulge in all the sweet things, all the, you know, delicious, tasty, bad stuff, but at the same time, I balance it with a healthy diet. So here are my tips for being more healthy, which will then equal, you know, more energy, which will then equal, you know, more kind of enthusiasm, and you know, which will equal more drive for you to achieve your goals, and then essentially achieve your financial wealth goals. So the first point, number one, is intermittent fasting. So I have been intermittent fasting for probably more than a year, much more than a year actually. And it's something that I've become accustomed to, like it's second nature to me now. And I do the 8-16 fasting method, whereby I have an 8-hour window where I eat and then a 16-hour fasting period. Okay, so I normally have my first meal around 1 o'clock, and before then I'll be drinking a lot of water, I'll be drinking green tea, and sometimes if I'm really hungry I'll have a coffee or something, but that's it, without any sugar and obviously no milk. And you know, the reason why I did intermittent fasting is because I like my food, I like to eat really, really well, and because of that, I always find ways to kind of make myself healthy. And intermittent fasting is so good in so many ways, and I'm just going to list a few of these points. So the first one is it helps to control weight and body fat loss, or it helps to control your weight, should I say. As you know, I like my food, and so with intermittent fasting I eat within a certain window, so it means that I'm not necessarily restricting myself so much to what I eat, but actually I'm able to eat the things in a small window, which allows me to maintain my weight. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't fast intermittently, but I don't even want to think about that. The fact is I do fast intermittently, and it has been such a big benefit to me. Another benefit of intermittent fasting is that, you know, it increases fat burning. So I exercise every day. I do a minimum of 30 minutes. I normally exercise Monday to Friday. And with intermittent fasting, it actually helps you to burn fat faster. And, you know, I used to think, oh, how can I go to the gym, or how can I exercise without eating? But actually your body gets used to it. It's not something that, you know, you will struggle with. After some time, you get used to it, it's second nature, and you actually do have the energy to do whatever you need to do. So the next thing is that intermittent fasting reduces inflammation. So we all know that we have inflammation in our bodies from, I guess, the things that we eat. So it can be, you know, all the bad pesticides and all the negative things that we put into our body, you know, creates inflammation. And so with intermittent fasting, it helps to reduce inflammation, which is an amazing, amazing benefit. The next thing is it helps to lower your blood sugar levels, right? So, you know, again, for me, I like my sweet stuff. And so by intermittent fasting, I'm going through long periods of time without eating sugar, and it just helps you become less resistant to insulin. Intermittent fasting actually helps you to have mental clarity. It's said that, you know, years and years and years ago, I mean donkey years ago, we used to hunt for our food, and, you know, obviously being hungry our minds would need to be sharp, and, you know, would need to be kind of on top of our game in order to catch food. And so, you know, if you think about intermittent fasting now, where we go for periods of time without fasting, it doesn't do, you know, what we would think it would do, as in kind of reduce our focus. It actually increases our focus, it increases our mental clarity, and it is amazing. So the next thing that intermittent fasting does is it increases your energy levels. So I used to always think, you know, how can people go so long without eating? But actually, number one, your body gets used to it, and number two, your energy does increase. Like, so in the mornings when I wake up, I'm super energetic, I'm super focused, and I don't feel the need to rush to eat something. I'm actually okay, my body's used to it, and I get so much stuff done. So as you can see, there are so many benefits to intermittent fasting. This is something that you need to look into if it will work for you. I think it can work for anybody, to be honest with you. And, you know, just try it out. So you don't have to do the 8-16 method. You can actually increase your window for eating, where you do, you know, 10, 14, you know, 11, 13, and so on and so forth, until you can actually slowly reduce it to a smaller window, because the longer you fast, the better it is for your body. And I have to also say that when you take part in intermittent fasting, and when you fast, your body re-heals itself. It heals all your cells, and it just goes and cleanses your body. So it feeds on itself, basically. It sounds really strange, but it really does make a difference to your health and your body. So think about it, look into it. So here are a few other things you can do. So drink more water. I think a lot of us are guilty of this, right? Because you know that drinking water will hydrate your body, it will cleanse your body and purify it, as well as, allow your body to function properly, allow your organs to kind of work better. So this is something that we all need to adopt. Drink more water. So the next thing to do is to buy food that has less things added to it. So, obviously the fruits and the vegetables, but I'm talking about things like, for example, Greek yogurt. So in my home, Greek yogurt is a staple, and I used to buy the Greek yogurt with honey. And to be honest with you, you can never tell if it's 100% honey or other things added to make it sweet. And so now I just go for the plain Greek yogurt, and I add my own honey or agave, and so my point is, when you are buying things, just make sure that there's less ingredients and actually only the kind of ingredient that you want. Look at the sugar content, look at the additives, look at all those kind of things. And if you can, don't buy ingredients that have so many additional things added to it. So the next thing is to buy more organic produce. So for me, I believe that, organic food is the way to go. I know organic food is more expensive, but actually it will benefit you in the long run because it lasts longer in the fridge, and it's better for your brain and better for your body. The next point is to exercise. Yay! So sometimes I exercise and I really don't want to, and it's so painful, and I just don't want to do it, but I force myself because it is so important. Okay, so we need to exercise our bodies, we need to be active, and we need to allow the blood to be pumping around our bodies, to just help us to uplift everything that's happening inside of us. So the next thing to do is to pray and meditate. This is something I do on a daily basis, and it's just so calming, it is just so soothing, and it takes you away from this busy world that we live in, and it's so good for your health because then you get to kind of just calm yourself down and relax and forget all your worries. So do pray and meditate. The next thing is to sleep more. It is so important that you get enough sleep. I am part of a 5 a.m. club, meaning that I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. But what would be ideal for me would be to go to bed early so that I have enough sleep to wake up early. Sometimes I struggle with that and I sleep a bit later than I should, but I always try and maintain going to bed early, and I'd advise you do the same too. So guys, these were my points. I hope you found them useful. Guys, your health is your wealth. Please look after your health, especially in this lockdown situation, which is slightly easing. You need to make sure that you are well, you are healthy, so you can then be well for those around you and for the things that you're trying to achieve in your life. Without good health, nothing else matters. And that is the truth, right? Without good health, nothing else matters. Why? Because all you will think about when you're not well is not being well and wanting to get better. So what should we do now? Let's be proactive rather than reactive and look after ourselves, put ourselves first, and make sure that our bodies are templed. Take care of yourself. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Have a fantastic week, and don't forget to like my video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.